Welcome to our little mini lesson on ethnic conflicts. So what is the difference between ethnicity and nationality? Is a shared cultural, religious, or linguistic identity held by a group of people with common national origins, whereas nationality is the status of belonging to a specific nation of people who are bound together by legal attachment to a specific place, shared allegiance to that place, customs, and ethnicity. So the cause of ethnic conflicts are many. Conflicts can arise when a country contains several ethnicities competing with each other for control or dominance. Conflicts also arise when an ethnicity is divided among more than one country, when those political borders are drawn. Ethnic cleansing is a process in which a more powerful ethnic group forcibly removes a less powerful one in order to create an ethnically homogeneous region. Apartheid is an example. South Africa from 1948 to 1994, we had racial segregation of the majority of black inhabitants by minority white Afrikaners or Dutch settlers who held political power known as the National Party. People were classified as one of four racial groups: black, white, colored, which was mixed, and Indian. Starting in 1950, forced separation of residential areas based upon race. Non-whites were excluded from most developed areas. In 1951, there's a law allowed for forced deportation of black Africans into designated homelands. It was needed to pass to enter other area. People needed to pass to enter other areas. From 1960 to 1983, 3.5 million non-white South Africans were removed from their homes and forced into segregated neighborhoods in one of the largest mass removals in modern history. We now have the black homelands in South Africa. During the apartheid era, South Africa created a series of black homelands with the expectation that every black would be a citizen of one of them. These were abolished with the end of apartheid. As you can see here, we have the created homelands and then also the proposed. Here we have for blacks 19 million, whites 4.5. The land allocation was 13% to blacks. Share of national income was less than 20%, even though their population was so much more. Ratio of average earnings 1 to 14. Minimum taxable income 360 rands compared to 750. Doctors per population 1 in 44,000. Infant mortality rate was 20% in the urban areas and 40% in rural. Annual expenditure on education per pupil was $45 compared to $696, and the teacher per pupil ratio was 1 to 60. In 1953, forced segregation in all public places and transportation were aimed to eliminate contact between whites and other races. Restrictions on schooling, political rights, no strikes. There was resistance to apartheid, nonviolent demonstrations, strikes, political action, and eventually armed resistance. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned from 1963 to 1990, and apartheid officially ends in 1994. A good book and movie about apartheid is called The Power of One. We now come to Rwanda. There are ethnic divisions in Rwanda between the Hutus, the farmers, and the Tutsis, the herders, taller, more elegant, quote unquote, lighter skin, thinner noses. But there is no real difference between these ethnicities. Today there's 84% Hutu and 15% Tutsi. The colonizers were the ones that created the differences. More power traditionally was given to the Tutsis. Germany and Belgium. History of the conflict: in 1962, Rwanda gains its independence. The Hutus kill Tutsis on a massive scale, so Hutu tribes gets new government's power, and the Tutsis flee. In 1990 to 1993, the Tutsi rebels, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, invade Rwanda, which leads to a 3-year civil war. A ceasefire between the Rwandan government, the Hutus, and RPF, the Tutsis, is signed, known as the Arusha Accords. UN peacekeepers arrived to support power transition negotiated in the Accords. Then we come to 1994, and a plane goes down, killing the Rwandan president who signed the Arusha Accords, believed to be shot down by Hutu extremists. Within 24 hours, Prime Minister also murdered along with 10 Belgian UN peacekeepers. It sparked a 3-month slaughter of Tutsis. The Rwandan army, the Hutus, and a Hutu militia known as the Inter-Awami killed Tutsis and sympathizer Hutus. The international response was that the UN withdrew their peacekeepers. They could not intervene because they were to keep peace, not make peace. Foreigners are evacuated along with tourists, embassy workers, aid workers. Though some stay, the Red Cross does. And it is actually legally defined, or trying to legally define it as a genocide. The killings continue for 3 months. 800,000 people were killed in 100 days. In July of 1994, killings end when the RPF, the Tutsi militia, reignite civil war. Tutsis overthrow Hutu leaders and take control of the country and capital, Kigali. Rwandan government and Hutus flee over the border. In 1998, President Clinton apologizes. The August-September 2003 held first presidential and legislative elections since the genocide. The Tutsis still remain largely in power, which still complicates ethnic relations. Hutu extremists exist across border lines, also involved in the Democratic Republic of Congo's war. Here are the regional effects of the Rwanda genocide. Here we go with the dark blue arrow here. 1994, Tutsi RPF rebels invade Rwanda from Uganda. 1994, 2 million Hutus flee into the DR, Democratic Republic of Congo. Then Zaire from Rwanda as RPF takes power. Then in 1994 again, the RPF soldiers follow refugees looking for militia who carried out the genocide. And then back. 1996 to 1997, we have Rwanda-backed rebels cross the DR, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and take power in Kinshasa. We also have the former Yugoslavia. After World War II, created Yugoslavia out of a mix of ethnicities who spoke similar South Slavic language. Yugo equals South in Slavic. From 1953 to 1980, stability submerged ethnic animosities. Communist dictator Joseph Tito keeps harmony. There are many ethnicities in Yugoslavia. Albanians, Bulgarians, Croats, Hungarians, Macedonians, Montenegrins, Muslims, Serbs, Slovaks, and Slovenes. So, neighbors. There are many, many, many reasons. So we have neighbors, republics, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Macedonia, Montenegro, Serbia, Slovenia. Nationalities, languages, religions. We have Roman Catholic, we have Eastern Orthodox, and we have Islam. Okay. We also have different alphabets, and the currency is dinar. So we have the breakup of Yugoslavia because of these many, many, many reasons. After Tito's death, old animosities were resurfaced. And in the 1990s, there was a move to 5 independent countries: Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Macedonia, Slovenia, and Yugoslavia. However, there's problems because ethnicities don't match national lines exactly. So we have the former Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia was abolished in 2002 and renamed Serbia and Montenegro. The Serbs made up 2/3 of the population, dominant government and economy as well. We have Bosnian ethnic cleansing and Kosovo ethnic cleansing. The ethnic makeup of Bosnia is 40% Muslim, 32% Serb, and 18% Croat. Serbs and Croats want to reunite with Serbia and Croatia. So we have in 1996 a resolution of the Bosnian conflict, the Dayton Accords, and it divided Bosnia into three regions: the Serbs, Croats, and Muslims. The Serbs received one half the country through one third of the population. Ethnic cleansing has, quote unquote, paid off. The Croats received a quarter of the country, though 1/6 of the population. And then we have the Muslims who receive 1/4 of the country, though it comprises 44% of population before the ethnic cleansing. Kosovo is a region in Serbia. Ethnic makeup is 90% Albanian. July 11th through July 13th, 1995, we have 8,000 Bosnian Muslim men and boys were killed by Bosnian Serb forces. 25 to 30,000 civilians were expelled from the area. Mass murder, deportation, concentration camps, rape, torture, beatings, etc. In 2005, it was declared to be a genocide. In late March to late June of 1999, we have the Kosovo ethnic cleansing. Serbian forces in Kosovo were killed, they killed at least 6,000 Kosovar Albanians in a mass murder. Some report 11,000 killed and 529 mass graves. Over 1.5 million Kosovar Albanians, 90% population, were forcibly expelled from their homes. Tens of thousands of homes were burned and destroyed. Use of human shields, detention camps, rape, denial of medical attention, and use of child soldiers, along with organ theft. The resolution in Kosovo. NATO attacked Serbia in 1999 and stopped bombing when Serbia withdrew soldiers from Kosovo. The UN has been protecting Kosovo since. Independence scheduled in the next few months. Milosevic put on a trial for genocide and crimes against humanity. Dies in cell because of a heart attack in March of 2006.